You might be a king or a little street sweeper, but sooner or later you dance with the Reaper.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Senior developer, co-founder of VHG Mike held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 181. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community and gave us 3 Season 3 teasers, including talking about the future. Massive changes are in the works for Minions for Season 3. Lots of energy. I'm just very, very excited. Now, before we jump into the first question, I want to shout out Frosty LaRue, Town Portal Podcast. We are back tomorrow. So me and my co-host Frosty LaRue will be interviewing on the podcast Moon Studios' top dog, game director for No Rest for the Wicked, Thomas. He's going to be stepping into the Town Portal. It's going to be a little earlier. It's going to be 10 a.m. PT on my Twitch, Aaron Action RPG. I'll also be multi-streaming it to YouTube and all the other platforms. Should be an awesome podcast, so don't miss that tomorrow. We're going to talk all things Wicked and just action RPGs in general. All right, let's jump into the first question around sound.
You updating the sound effects next season? Yeah, we update sound effects every season. The really important thing we're doing next season with sound is that we're updating the way that the mix happens. And as someone who's completely ignorant to sound engineering, I cannot explain what that means properly. But I think basically it means the way that the sounds are layered, which sounds are audible over other sounds, how that priority happens, when things can play, how many times they played recently, things like that, and just the way that those sounds get mixed together and then presented to the player. That whole system's getting overhauled or has been overhauled, and so there's a lot of new tools we have in order to make sounds feel better. Even if the sound itself doesn't change, the way that it slots into the overall system is going to change, which does make them feel and sound a lot better just in general. And then on top of that, we are also updating several sounds, many sounds.
I'm glad that they're working on audio. It's almost never talked about, but it's very important for games. I just hope we are getting sounds on the loot filter. Moving on to my favorite topic, Minions.
All right, will we be getting any Primalist love in Season 3? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's a lot of work around Minions in general happening.
What?
And so kind of any class that interacts with Minions, which is basically everyone but Mage, is getting, updates related to Minion stuff. That's not to say that every single Minion ability has major updates or anything like that. Woo!
More on this later in the video. New systems for Season 3?
And we expect any new systems in Season 3? Yes. Yes, you can definitely expect new systems in Season 3. I can't talk about, what can I say about new systems in Season 3? There is decision making, spectacle. What else could I say about it? It's like those vague buzzwords I can think of for it. Yeah, it's like, it's fun. It's a awesome system.
A fun new system described as decision-making and spectacle. Time for some Lich updates with Teaser 1. Check this out.
Appreciate you. Here we go. I died. My recompense.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is a new node on, I believe, the Lich tree?
This is a new node for the Lich tree. Now, any eagle-eyed people out there will notice that there is a new UI. So the actual node looks different. And you can see here the threshold node looks different. I'm guessing this little box fills in when you've actually fulfilled the requirement of 2 points. So it's a nice, cleaner, new look. You have more multiplicative health. So this is 25% more health, which is just insane by itself. But check this out. Your current health and ward each cannot exceed 50% of your maximum health. You always count as being low life. Basically, it's like a permanent seal. Unbelievably cool. And it's going to open up so many different avenues for Lich. Merchants Guild search changes.
He plans on making the Bazaar better with things like searching for roll ranges, adding max listing times, etc. I'm not going to tell you specific changes that are coming to the Bazaar UI, but there are changes to the Bazaar UI coming that will make life easier in in the bazaar. Definitely. That is, there's stuff coming. There's just straight up quality of life stuff coming. There's also mechanical stuff coming for the bazaar. So yes, there are Merchants Guild updates coming.
Love it. Mike talks about a UI change coming.
Yeah, you're right. It needs to be more clear to the player and more accessible.
Listen,
but we are in the process of redoing this UI here. So like there's new tutorials, new information. So there's stuff that's changing there that will be a good time to add information like that. So I'll make a note of that.
Teaser number 2, and again, this is for Lich, and just seeing these 2 nodes make me want to play this mastery.
While I ramble. Here's another thing. It goes with the other thing. Maybe we should do them both at the same time, actually.
Oh.
Here you go. See them both at the same time, side by side.
Now, when you are looking at these 2 nodes, obviously they are passive tree nodes for Lich. It says that right on the screen. So the first teaser we saw is 25% multiplicative more life. You always count as low life, but your life and ward can't exceed 50%. This node is 6% more leech, or 6% damage is leech, 66% health leech, 66% increase reach rate, but your leech ends at 66%. Obviously, if you're not exceeding 50, that last line doesn't matter, and it is perfect synergy between the 2. Very cool nodes for Lich. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video, more on minions later. That time is now. Now, when we do our watch parties, we're always submitting questions to Mike, and this was a question submitted by my community. Favorite answer, so excited to see a studio finally plant their feet on this issue. I'm just, as somebody that plays mainly minions, I'm so excited.
All right, will Snapshotting be removed in season 3? That's the plan. I don't have any specifics to share on it at the moment, but that is sort of the assumption that we're working on when we are developing new components for season 3.
Snapshotting gone. Teaser number 3, and I have no idea what this is.
But here we go. We're gonna slap this up. Boom, there we go. Last teaser for the teaser review for the day. All right, hey, Atlas Epoch game. There's a funny bug with Heartseeker still going after you die with the dart helm. Ah, cool. Please press F8 in game to report that bug, and we'll get right on fixing it.
Now, Aaron, if you had to guess, what do you think it is? Again, based upon the angle and the design, I would say a new relic. But a lot of people in my chat were like, it looks like the top of like a staff or a mace, maybe an axe, and it's actually like a new dino weapon, or, you know, it's just like a mace, but it's maybe for minions or something like that. I could maybe buy that. They normally don't show only parts of items. They would show the entire thing, but my guess is on a new relic. All right, everybody, we've come to the final question for Dev Chat 181. This is around visuals, potential hideouts, and confirmation on update to Aura of Decay. So I'm going to allow Mike to ramble for a few seconds. Mike, as always, thank you for your Friday live streams. The community truly appreciates it. Everybody out there, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this teaser in the corner. What do you think it is? We are currently 320 subscribers away from 100,000 on YouTube. So if you consider subscribing, I would really appreciate it. Check out my new website, actionrpg.com. Currently in its beta phase, the website continues to look better and better. We've got creators on there like Babbling Bike, Frozen Sentinel, The Curse, myself, and maybe bringing on a few other people. We are gearing up for season 3. Last but not least, make sure you join my Discord. Over 5,300 members. We do a game giveaway or merch giveaway every 2 weeks for just being a member of the community. Movie nights, game nights, all the subathon shenanigans. Awesome place to hang out if you love isometric action RPGs. I'm done. Mike, take it away.
Most recent graphic rework of the zones in between monoliths are absolutely amazing. Awesome. But we don't see it often because we don't spend much time there. Very true. Is there any possibility to add this rework to the hub with monolith reward chest / trader in a way that reflect the current timeline we're in? Ah, yes. So we're talking about changing this zone again. I think it's a very cool idea. And I think that's the sort of thing. Yeah, like I think that's the sort of thing that could be added here. I think we're probably. I don't think that's happening in season 3. I think we're probably saving changes to this. I don't know what's happening with this, with visual changes to this area, but I think this area, I think you're right. I think you've hit the nail on the head that this area is ripe for customization in some way, variance in some way, because you do spend a lot of time here. And customization and variance is great for places that you spend a lot of time naturally. But there are, we are changing this as well quite a bit. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Without sharing in-depth info, can you confirm that Aura of Decay will be worked on for season 3? Yes, Aura of Decay will be worked on for season 3.